Dear children, welcome to physics class. And dear students, today we will study about refraction. Okay, so what is refraction? So refraction is simply a phenomena, that is the bending of ray of light when it travels from one medium to another. Whenever a ray of light travels and there is change in the media, so the light ray bends, okay, and that phenomena is called as refraction. So here we have laws of refraction. So first of all we will discuss what is refraction and what are these laws. Basically there are two laws of refraction. So suppose here we have two media, this is medium 1 and medium 2, okay, and there is a ray of light that is incident at point P on the interface of these two media. So this is my incident ray, okay, this is my incident ray, and the angle made by incident ray with normal at the point of incidence, this is called as angle of incidence. Okay, the angle that incident ray makes with a perpendicular line that is at point P. So this should be the actual path, but as there is change in the media, so this ray of light will either bend towards or away from the normal. Okay, this will bend from its actual path. Whether it will bend towards the normal or away from the normal, that will depend on the optical densities of these two media. This we will discuss later. So this angle, this is my refracted ray, okay, and the angle made by refracted ray with the normal is called angle of refraction. Okay, so now coming to first law, and the first law says that the incident ray, normal at the point of incidence, and the refracted ray, this ray, refracted ray, all lie in the same plane. So all these three lie in the same plane. So this is my first law, okay, and the second law, that is also called as Snell's law. Okay, so what Snell's law says? It says that the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is constant for two particular media. If we are taking always two particular media, in that case the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction, this ratio comes out to be constant, that is sine of angle I to sine of angle R, it is constant, okay, and we call it as a refractive index. Okay, so this we will discuss later in detail, what is refractive index. So here we are having two laws, giving a quick review. The first law says that the incident ray, normal at the point of incidence, and the refracted ray all lie in the same plane, okay, and second law says that the sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction, this ratio comes out to be constant for two particular media. So these are the two laws of refraction. Now students, we will discuss about properties of refraction. So we have two properties of refraction. So what first property says that, see, if there are two medium, okay, my medium 1 is rare and medium 2 is dense, So see children, if I take the example of air and here I am taking water. So children, if a ray of light goes from or travels from rare to dense medium, like example I am taking from air to water, okay. So at that time what will happen? So this is normal at the point of incidence. So in this case the ray, this was the actual path. If there would have not been any change in medium, then in that case your ray of light might have gone in this way. But since there is change in medium, now some dense medium has come in the path, so in this situation the ray of light bends towards the normal from here to here, okay. And this is my angle of incidence and this is my angle of refraction. So in this case angle I is greater than angle R, okay. My angle I is bigger and angle R is smaller. The side having bigger angle will always be rarer medium, okay. So see here angle I is bigger, it means my first side, my first medium is rare as compared to the second. So property says that if a ray of light travels from rare to dense medium, then it will bend towards the normal, okay. And my second property says that, again here I am taking two media. One, the first medium is now dense and second medium is rare, okay. Like if I take some another example, suppose like your ray of light goes from glass to air, okay, or glass to water. So glass is comparatively optically dense as compared to air, okay. So in this case when a ray of light, this is my incident ray of light, okay. So if a ray of light goes from dense to rare medium, okay, in that case, so this is my normal and this was the actual path of ray of light, okay. So this was my actual path of ray of light. In this case the ray of light will bend away from the normal. So this is normal, this was the actual path, okay. It will be in a straight line. So this was the actual path. Now the ray of light goes away, it bends away from the normal, okay. So see, this is my angle of incidence and this is angle of refraction. As it is clearly we can see from here that angle I is less than angle R, okay. So see, this time angle R is bigger, so this medium, the medium where refraction, after refraction the ray of light is going, that medium will be rarer in nature, okay. So these are the two properties. Giving a quick review: if a ray of light goes from rare to dense medium, it bends towards the normal. If a ray of light goes from dense to rare medium, then it will bend away from the normal. So these are the two properties of refraction. So dear children, the next topic is refractive index, and beta refractive index is simply the ratio of speed of light in vacuum with respect to any medium, okay. So like if we want to find out the speed of light in glass, okay, so in refractive index of glass, okay. So how we will find out? Sometimes it is represented by mu, or in your books it is also written in this way, okay. So refractive index of glass can be defined as speed of light. It is simply the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to speed of light in glass, okay. So suppose if you want to find out the refractive index of water, so how we will write? Speed of light in vacuum upon speed of light in water, okay. So in general the speed this refractive index can be written as speed of light in vacuum upon speed of light in the medium. Now here we will take that medium whose refractive index we want to find out. Okay, like suppose how question may be asked, like it is said that okay, refractive index of let glass be 1.5. Okay, so what is the speed of light in glass? Okay, so here we can find out the velocity of light in glass because we have the formula that refractive index of glass will be equal to speed of light in vacuum. I am writing it as speed, V velocity means speed of light in vacuum upon speed of light in medium. We have medium as glass, so speed of light in glass. Okay, now this refractive index is given, so 1.5 will be equal to velocity of light in vacuum. We are supposed to learn the value is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, okay, upon velocity of light in glass or speed of light in glass. So from here we can get the velocity of light in glass. It will be equal to 3 into 10 raised to power 8 upon 1.5. Okay, or you can write it as 30 into 10 raised to power 8 upon 15. So it comes out to be 2 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. So that is how if refractive index is given, we can find out the speed of light in that particular medium, or even if these two speeds are given, if these two velocities are given, we can find out refractive index. Now what is the relation between refractive index and velocity of light in that particular medium? So beta, there is a inverse relation between the refractive index. Like here I am taking the example of glass. So refractive index of glass, it is inversely proportional to velocity of light in glass. It means that, see, if refractive index is more, the velocity will be less. Okay, more is the refractive index for a particular material, lesser will be the velocity of light in that particular medium. Okay, so this is the relation. If speed of light in a particular medium is more, it means that its refractive index will be less, and if speed of light in that medium is less, it means that refractive index of that particular medium will be more. Okay, so this is the relation between velocity and refractive index. So I hope whatever we have discussed, that is clear to you. So dear children, wish you good luck and we will meet in next lecture. Thank you and have a good day.